Welcome to Beauty and the Beards, everybody. My name is Al. I'm going to be your wonderful host, taking you through this wonderful tour of this wonderful podcast that we have here on this wonderful Sunday morning. I hope you're doing great, fantastic. I hope you slept well. I hope you enjoyed Night of Champions and UFC, whatever number it was. I have my friends here, as always. If you expected them to not be here, you're a dummy. I have Kiana.
Hi.
And the amazing Brittany.
Hello.
Yes. No surprise new face today. Just the originals, the good crew, the nice 18 that we got here. You know, hey, hope you guys, like I said, are doing great. I hope you guys are doing fantastic this morning.
We missed you last week.
Oh, yeah, we did miss you guys last week. It was a little hot, and the technical problems were not helping us out either. So we unfortunately weren't able to get a whole lot done last week like we always want to. But hey, it's the nature of the beast that we call media making. So, you know, it's what happens. But it's a lot cooler in here. We have AC unit, so that's nice. We're going to be able to survive this heat for a little bit longer until it gets blistering cold and we have to bundle up a whole lot. But, you know.
See us in hoodies again?
Yep. We'll worry about that when we get to it. And, you know, technical problems aren't happening as much right now, we don't think. We're recording, we're live, we're doing stuff. So, hey, there we go. But before we get into all the amazing conversations, we got to thank our local sponsors, one of them being Pokeshop Collectibles. Those guys help us out a lot when it comes to getting Pokemon cards, Magic cards, whatever kind of trading cards you can want that isn't a sport. They got it. They got packs, they got mats, they got boxes, they got bundles. Whatever you want, they got it. And when you go ahead and go pick that stuff up and you get to the checkout, make sure that you use Beards5, all capital letters, to get yourself a nice little discount at the end of that purchase. It always helps out. Any little bit goes a long way these days, especially with how prices are now and how packs are now. You want any kind of discount you can get. And on top of that, if you are a vapor, you like to do the little vaping thing that you do and you want to quit smoking and you're over the age of 21, go ahead and head on down to Soy City Vapes. Go pick you up some juice. Go pick you up some coils. Go get yourself a new mod device set up, or go get yourself a little disposable if you're just trying to get the little quick, easy grab and go. They'll hook you up. They're nice to us. I actually just went by and got a new coil 2 days ago, and I'm happy because that shit tasted terrible.
I just got one yesterday.
I needed it. It was rough. I'm about to have to go back and get some juice here soon. About halfway down on that bottle, so I'll be paying the visit, and I hope to see you there as well. But without any further ado, we're going to get to the beginning of the show. We always started off the same way, asking the same question. We're going to keep doing that until we are blue in the fucking face. Kiana, how are you doing this week?
Good. Busy. It's been busy and hot. It's our shutdown at my job where like everything, there's no production running and we replace like all of as much as we can. Oh my God. I've never sweat so much in my life.
It has been a blistering hot one this week and this past week. These last 2 weeks have been unbearably hot.
Yeah, I work at, for those of you who don't know, I work at a foundry where we pour metal all day long and it's stupid. There's no air conditioning. It's just hot. Just hot.
And you offer like, hey, come work over here with me. You get good pay and stuff like that. And I'm like, you realize how fast somebody would get put like on a murder list? Like if I worked there in that fucking heat. Oh my God.
Other people do it, so do I.
I mean, hey, some people are better than me because somebody would get Bart Simpson strangled in that bitch because of the heat sometimes. I swear.
It's hot.
Come be a mail carrier.
And that has crossed my mind too, especially with the way that the trucking business is going right now. Lord knows more money is needed.
You do be outside, but
You're going to be walking like Devin. Fuck all that. Have fun.
Yeah,
You're going to be in the heat regardless, my guy.
Yeah.
cold. I mean, you're
You're
already
going to
out
be
there.
in the heat. We're at my place where you can get breaks and stuff and lunch breaks and actually sit down, or you can do what Devin does and not get breaks.
You can get breaks. He just chooses not to take them.
Kind of.
They get two 15s and a 30-minute lunch, but he signs away his lunch and doesn't take his breaks.
Well, that's that dumb ass fault.
Yeah,
and walk a million miles.
Well, yeah.
Man, if it works, it works. And if you like your job, like Cleveland Brown, be the best mail carrier you can be. Brittany, how are you doing this week? We haven't heard from you in a little bit. We've had guest appearances, so it hasn't been you. Oh yeah,
It's faded already because I have to wash my hair a million times.
I mean,
because while I do still work inside, they keep my office at 72 degrees, which doesn't sound terrible until you're up and you're moving.
Yeah.
And you're sorting and you are sweating your non-existent stuff off. So,
your bullocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Not fun. But
70-degree office space is not a fun time.
No,
I'm grateful to still work inside in the air conditioning, so it's not a complaint from me. It's just it's a minor nag.
Yeah.
It'd be all right.
Like, hey,
I
that can
wish it
come
was
down
colder,
a
but it's
couple
okay.
notches. Yeah, like that. This don't got to be as hot, but y'all want it to be, so sure.
I'm trying to be outside and work up a tan, but the more I tan, the more I just turn into a freckle. So we're still going outside. There's just no hope in it anymore.
Yeah, we went to Clinton Beach last week, and Brittany got a little red, and that's about it.
Yeah, I haven't gone out and gotten sun in I don't know how many days. I get like maybe 2 hours of sun every day at work, and that is very generous. Like that 2 hours is very generous. Sometimes it's not even
calcium, or not calcium, vitamin D deficiency, my dude. See the sun.
Hey man, that's,
Drink some milk. I don't know.
I mean, hey, I don't know what to do. Like I work at night and I sleep at day, so
It lifts
Take a vitamin D gummy.
yeah, I know.
Hey,
Drinking my
sunlight
Sunny
helps
D.
with your improves your mood.
My mood's always
Boosts
shit
your health.
anyway.
Well, that's because you don't get any fucking sunlight. You goddamn bat.
You're not in the goddamn sun.
He's gonna start losing his vision. He's just gonna operate off a sonar. Like
Hey,
if he's just like
bat.
I can just
How'd you guys-
I'll be Daredevil, sure. I'll take that. I've been watching that season. I've been watching that series again to try to watch the newest season, and that shit. I forgot how good that shit is. If you're a
I
fan
have not
of,
watched it.
if you're a fan of any bit of a fan of Marvel and like good detective work, those Marvel Defender series that used to be on Netflix are very fucking good. Specifically, like Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Punisher, and Daredevil are very fucking good shows. If you guys aren't tuned in, I highly recommend. But
I
I've been
haven't
all
watched
right.
any of that.
I've been all right. This week has been very hot, like you guys already stated. It's been very fucking hot. It has been a week where I've sweat out a lot of the water weight that I have. Being on that forklift, no matter how much.
drink your electrolytes.
I have like a big water bottle, like it's a big, like just like metal bottle that I just fucking have with me at work at all times. I sit it behind my chair.
Water's great. It's hydrating, but when you're sweating,
Yeah.
electrolytes are important.
Yeah, my
Puts that
maintenance
back into
guys
your body.
sweat their asses off, dude. Every morning I have to put like 6 bags of ice in a cooler, and then I put like an entire case of water and a whole fucking case of Gatorade in it.
Yeah, we had Gatorade in the vending machines at work, but people have already blown through them because they only gave us 2 fucking rows of Gatorade, and I went, that's not enough. And on top of that, they have like 2 rows of Gatorade. They have like a whole top row that is just nothing but different flavored monsters, and I'm like, that's cool for the morning, guys.
That's healthy for me when I'm sweating to
Yeah,
death.
I'm like, but I don't need that. And then like the other bits of it, they put fucking like those Starbucks glass bottles of coffee. They put those
Why
in
would you
there.
put that in a vending machine?
And I'm just like, I'm like, who's drinking this in the middle of the day? That's like gonna be out in the sun all damn day. Like
Who
that's.
still drinks those? That
Like,
hurts my stomach to think about.
I don't mind them if I'm on like a road trip or
I
something.
mean, they taste good, but that sounds like a tummy ache.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
always
I'm
a
saying.
tummy ache. I'm
Like,
too busy for that.
like if you're on a road trip and it's like you leave early in the morning and you're like, fuck, I didn't stop anywhere to get coffee. You're at the gas station. It's a quick and easy little pickup if you don't want gas station coffee. But like outside of that, I'm not just gonna drink that, especially when I work at like 6 o'clock. I'm not going to the vending machine, pulling one of those out, and then drinking that before my shift. I'm going to be shitting an hour in. And then when I get home, I'm gonna be awake for 4 more hours than what I need to be.
It's so funny that I just had the realization of a generational shift in the need for coffee, because our grandparents, had it every morning. They woke
That
up
was
to a
what
fresh
they
cup of
lived off
coffee.
of.
They live off of it. They meant for coffee. They have it all the time. They just drink it black. And then you see this de-evolution of now, if we have it, you don't have time. You don't have time to do anything, but you're going to the bathroom.
You're shitting.
That's what you're doing.
Oh, you're shitting.
And now we're like, no, I can't have coffee. I don't have time to shit today.
Just shit myself to death.
I ain't too busy to shit.
We've de-evolutionized unless you're, a iced coffee addict, and then I'm scared of you.
Yeah, if you can put your
Iron
stomach through that.
stomach, yeah.
Oh man. Like there's a part of me that woke up today and did not have the same motivation that I did last night for those milkshakes. I'll tell you, I woke up and I went and felt that heat, and I was like, I don't have that
forgot
motivation
about
like
that.
I thought I did.
Nope.
I might still later on, but I'm like,
still thinking about that push pop dupe. I'm
Yeah.
going to the beach, and I'm coming home and getting a milkshake. It's
yeah.
in the dome.
I'm
I'm
about
ready.
to say I'm supposed to go after this and go watch the Japanese Power Rangers, the Super Sentais with my buddy Alec, and he lives right over by Seven Brew, and so I'm like, ooh, kill 2 birds, 1 stone. Watch some Super Sentai with a nice fucking s'more milkshake from Seven Brew or whatever it was. Man.
Yo, I have the
sounds good.
stuff to make s'mores.
Oh man, that does sound fire.
Bro, I walked by Walmart yesterday. There was like a s'more kit, and I was like, should I grab that?
Did you get the time, by the way?
Yeah, I have it on there.
Okay.
It's just not. It's locked.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I got
We don't have a traditional timer no more. Our timer decided to go poopy.
It also puked.
Yeah,
It got real sad. Its little
took a
battery
forever
was
nap.
like,
Yeah, it's kind of done.
it sounded super sad.
Yeah,
Had enough.
it is a sad time
It
for the
needs to
clock.
die.
But hey, we are all good. So yesterday we had main events galore between Night of Champions and the UFC event. Night of Champions was very good for the
Yes,
matches that
it
they
was.
set up. It was very good, even though Saudi Arabia was not fucking with the female fights. The fights were still very good.
Wild.
It's just the nature of the country, so it is
I
what it is.
know.
It is what it is. Take it or leave it. It's how they do business over there. But once we come back to the US of A, you know for a fact that everybody's going to be lifting up Jade Cargill like a son of a bitch.
Yep.
And I'm all for it
That's
because
fine.
she needs that push.
That
Okay, well,
costume.
we got to start from the beginning.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll start from the beginning.
Because I'm
but-
daydreaming
If I
now.
get into the women, my God.
But let's go ahead and start from the top. I had the joints pulled up here for the listings of how the fights went. So to begin, the beginning.
The beginning.
Once we finally got to watch it.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God! Yeah, I
'cause
forgot
we
about that
struggled.
whole.
Yeah, we didn't take into consideration that because it was in Saudi Arabia that the time for the show was going to start a lot sooner than what it normally does. We just weren't thinking about it until it was basically 3/4 of the way through the show.
And we had wings. We were set up.
Yeah, we were
had a
so
time
ready to go.
meet,
Yeah.
but it's
And
fine.
it wouldn't let you rewind it until it was all the way down.
Yeah, for some reason Peacock was like, no rewinding, bitch. You have to watch the live event and
now
then
that
wait
it's
till the
over,
replay.
Then you have to wait for the replay.
Yeah.
So we put Shrek on.
I almost put the Spanish one on and told the other two, go look.
Right. I'm about to say, because these two have been the only ones in the room who would have had any semblance of what the hell was being talked about on there.
I only knew I would have known 7 to 9% of it, but that's enough to get me through it.
Right?
gonna-
I mean, I guess we really don't have to understand what they're saying. Just watch what's happening. I
Yeah,
guess.
but I like the commentary.
Yeah.
I do.
Plus, it's a way for me to learn more words, so it's
It's gotta been fucked. He would have
Oh, yeah,
had,
he's
had
good.
no idea what was
he can't
happening.
read that fast. He can't think that fast. He's a man who takes his time.
He's a struggle to try to get to watch anime because there's so many things I want to recommend to him, but I'm like, you don't want to read.
You can't get him to do.
You don't want
You don't want to read.
You don't have the physique to get him to do anything. I do, and I still can't make it happen.
I was gonna say you still can't get him to watch Don dumb asshole.
That's a horse that I've given up on.
It's so stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's such a good show.
WWE.
We love him anyways.
To start out the night, was I can't believe that this was actually the beginning match of the night, but yeah, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the King of the Ring finale. That was a good match. This is a very good match.
Yeah, I'm surprised they made it to the beginning too. Honestly,
Like I figured that the King and Queen of the Ring would kind of be closer towards the end of the show and leave like all the other storyline matches towards the beginning, but they just kicked it right off with Randy and Cody, which good call because I mean people really love Randy and Randy was the first one to come out and you could definitely tell the crowd fucked with Randy because they were singing his theme song to the point where we damn near could hear it all the way overseas. They were singing the piss out of that theme song.
they were so loud.
Yeah. And he went out there and like I got goosebumps for him. I was like, dude, if I was walking down that
He
ramp,
said, I got
Right.
goosebumps, and I'm not even the wrestler.
dude, I'm not even the wrestler. I'm just like, dog, if I was in
call me
that
The Rock,
shoes,
like-
yeah, just man, I felt that shit, dude. But fucking same thing with Cody. Cody came out and
God,
everybody's
yeah.
singing his song. Everybody's going crazy.
They sang his for so
Yeah.
long.
They sing his to the point where they cut the song off and were still singing it. Mm-hmm. To the point where he had a moment where he could do like his signature, like pop off again, and had the whole crowd going crazy. And it's like, all right, cool. A lot of unexpected RKOs in that match.
Yeah.
Randy really just jumped
Yeah.
into his RKO bag and just started throwing that shit left and right at
Call him
Cody.
Oprah. You get an RKO. You get an RKO.
Yeah.
You get an RKO again. But
Right.
it's just Cody
get
the whole
another
time.
one.
Yeah.
You get another one.
Man, you get a twofer on this one. Like he just kept hitting him with it. But I mean,
God,
Cody
yeah.
He
being
gave him
Cody,
what the crowd wanted. I
yeah.
mean,
they were calling for RKO for the very beginning, and he went out there and said,
like,
all right, here you go.
want
He
it?
sure fucking did.
Right, you want it, here, you got it. I'm going to give you at least 5 of them. And it was a good match. Cody went out there and showed his resiliency and came back and beat his ass. And in the middle of it, they're kind of like, and I brought this up a little bit because people are talking about it on like a bunch of the different like WWE pages and stuff like that, because everybody always speculates how storylines are going to go, and like you can kind of see a little bit of heel Cody coming back and how he wrestles.
Yeah.
That back
He was
bend
definitely-
over the
Yeah, like even Scott brought it up. He was
corner.
like, he doesn't usually go for weak
He doesn't
points or something
torture,
like that.
no.
And so it's like to see him kind of like really like,
He's really going for his back.
yeah, like he's showing a lot of, I really want my title back and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to kind of get to it type of vibe, like just to start out with on a very tame basis. Like still was very respectful to Randy because obviously he's a fucking legend, so I mean he's gonna give him his props. And I mean hell, they even brought up in the middle of the match that Cody, Ted DiBiase, and Randy Orton used to be in a tag team together called Legacy. And so, like, that's like they all have chemistry together and they would go on to kick Randy out. So this is kind of the first fight that they've had since their feud with kicking Randy out of Legacy. And so, like, it's really cool to see that and see them play out and kind of have like what we saw with, like CM Punk and Cena in the first Elimination Chamber whenever they were at the beginning of the year, whenever they were going at it, and they were just seeing flashes of basically what 2008 wrestling looked like between Cena and Punk. You're just like, oh man, this is vintage wrestling for us. Like this is great. We're getting flashes of our childhood right in front of us, and it's fantastic. And the match turned out great. Cody Rhodes obviously won. He's getting his push right now.
Yes.
I speculate that Randy is still going to get his push for the title, but it is going to be later on down the road, and I kind of suspect him to end the Cena run. I don't see anybody else really doing it and completing the story in a proper manner other than Randy. I like the idea of Cody being champion again, and I like the idea that possibly Roman Reigns could come back and make a run for it
anytime.
at any point once he gets done being Akuma in Street Fighter. But
Please.
I honestly think the story ends with Randy. I think John's story really ends with Randy because their feud just is one
wouldn't
of the
be
best
surprised.
feuds in WWE history. Like,
I'd love to see it.
yeah, I think it would be great. Plus, Randy has more of a reason to for his legacy when it comes to holding championship belts. I think he said it's number 13 or whatever, and John's held 15 or some shit. Had like 15 title like holds. So it's like for Randy's, I think, and if he gets that, I think he passes Ric Flair. I'm pretty sure if Randy gets that title back, he passes Ric Flair.
17.
Interesting.
Was it?
Never seen 17.
That's right.
Yeah. I just thought of that. I'm like, wait. Oh, right. He says that every time he comes out into the goddamn ring. 19, 17. Greatest to ever do it. All right.
Yep.
Every
Alrighty
time you
then.
come into the ring, we have to do this.
Every time.
They have
Part
made
of the
me
gimmick.
sick of John Cena. They've done
Oh,
it. They've
man.
done it so well. I'm sick to death.
I'm
I
loving
think that's
this.
the point.
Oh, yeah,
that's
they're
what
really
it's supposed to be,
trying to-
yeah.
That works.
Cena being a heel is one of the best heel turns in WWE history. It is easily top 5, if not top 3, and
Bryson
they make it
was
work.
so mad about it. He's like, "That's not my John Cena." I'm like, "Babe, you're gonna have to
Hashtag not
deal
my
with
John
it."
Cena.
Make John Cena great
I'm
again.
like, "Babe," and he's like, "No, man, no."
Just make John Cena great again.
Yeah, don't bring it up to Bryson. He's real unhappy about
Oh, I
it.
can believe it. I can believe it.
He is soups unhappy.
Get him on the show. Let him talk about
Oh, yeah. Let him talk about it.
He's unhappy about that.
But it was a great first match to kind of
It was
start the
good.
show off. We really liked it. And like I said, Cody won, and he got that amazing diamond crown to go with his victory. So,
Didn't
Those
put it
things
on,
were
though.
so
Did not put it on.
sparkly.
Bothered me.
yeah,
But
did not put it on.
He was a little sweaty.
But the
Yeah.
next one that put something on was Rhea Ripley in that badass leather bodysuit that she had.
And the belt that she took off.
Yeah,
I
it's
too.
very
You what?
man. And once again, for those who don't know, in Saudi Arabia, you can't women can't be fully exposed in any way, shape, or form when it comes to like arms, legs, or anything like
That's
that.
okay, though.
So they had to wear full bodysuits. But I'll tell you, the costume designer went in
crazy.
They went fucking nuts in this
And
fucking setup.
Fun fact, she's worn those pants before. They fixed them to cover a little bit more and put it with a more modest top, but she's worn those pants on her shorter hair days with Dom.
I saw
Oh,
it.
that's
I saw
cool.
a picture of it, a
That's
side
cool.
by side.
And the makeup that she did the specific like jack-o'-lantern look.
It was that purple, right?
That was a callback to her last Saudi Arabia match in 2023 for Crown Jewel. It was a purple lavender like highlighter look in a similar style.
That's crazy.
And she
I didn't know
layered
that.
her hair almost. Hers is a little bit longer this time than it was last time, but it was about the same way too.
I loved her haircut. I will say, I like literally in a real quick flash when she was walking down the fucking ramp. I told you guys about this, but like my brain looked at her and out of nowhere, just a picture of Edward Scissorhands just popped right in my head and it went right back to WWE. And I was like, oh, wow. No, I can't unsee that now. Just put the gloves on her and then it's perfect.
She's so hot. And the makeup was beautiful.
It was done really well.
It was a great night for her.
She went up against Raquel Rodriguez.
So
very, very tough fight. It's a very good street fight. The crowd didn't give a shit. But it was very minus the four kids in the front row who were pumped after the match was over. Everybody else could give two fucks less. But we thought it was great. I thought it was an amazing.
And then that little fuck shit. What's her name? The when she shoved in the
Roxanne Perez. Yeah, she got booted too.
It was put her on the ground and put a whole trash can on top of her, and all you could see was legs and trash can.
It was very comical.
I forgot that Roxanne existed and that they were going to try to push that tag team possibility. When she popped up, I'm like, what is it doing here?
Yeah.
She showed up and I was like, oh, that's why you're in a trash can now.
I'll give props to Raquel though. I liked her outfit too. She had a little barbed wire accent running through her top. I thought that was cool. I want a down woman in this industry. You pop off, you get everything you like, even though I don't like your character.
We didn't realize how big of a chick she was, neither.
Yeah, she's big.
We didn't realize how big she was. No, she was 6'1".
No, she was 6'1". That's right. It was
6'1". It's real. It was 5'7".
Jade is 5'10".
Jade's 5'10", which still blows my mind that I can see eye to eye with Jade Cargill. And then they got up on that
table and the ref's like holding the corner of
Yeah.
Riptide off the table on the top row.
Yeah.
Insane.
What a move.
Get down from there right now.
Yeah.
I said these characters need middle names because Rhea Nicole Ripley, you need to get down from there right now.
Yeah, she was awesome getting up there.
It was wobbly as fuck.
Yeah, that table was not stable enough for that. And man,
it was a cool move, but
very
scary.
Good match. That's
one
match.
of those in post interviews, like later, couple years from now, she's gonna go, yeah, that fucking hurt.
Yeah,
Mommy is back.
Oh yeah, this is a very good match. This is a very good setup. I will say, shout out to the I still don't know. I have to go back and look and confirm whether or not they use different cameras or not. But shout out to the cinematography of that fucking pay-per-view, because everybody's entrance looked like a fucking movie.
Every single one. Well,
minus Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is still one of the most bland Samoans in the entire industry. Literally next to his two to three bland.
So monotone funny.
Yeah, like that's the thing is he's a goofy villain.
Dude, but in one tone. That's it. That's all you get. Yeah. It's one tone.
Yeah, he's not the most exciting, or brooding or anything like that.
He's just the guy that he had with him. That one tall guy. That dude was like 6'8". Yeah, 6'8". What was his name?
Something
It's
I looked him up last night because I wanted to know how tall he was.
Jeff. I keep calling him Jeff because he looks like Jeff.
Yeah, I just Googled him this morning.
It's Talatonga is what his name is now.
Oh, okay. He's big. He's a big dude.
He's 6'8", my guy. That's a big dude.
That's a big guy. Especially compared to Solo, he is a much bigger dude.
How are we supposed to remember all of these? They're so similar.
And this is not us saying, this is not even us like being any type of race or anything like that, racism or anything like that.
No, it can't be because it's the same
their
orientation.
Names are like, they're so close.
You have A, you have O, and you have two other letters.
Yeah.
That's all you get. And you can't, they're all right there and they all look alike. The only reason we're getting the new one, he's way up here.
Monster of a man and long hair.
He's pretty.
See, a lot of
he is pretty.
Tamatanga, Tagovailoa.
He a big, pretty man.
Yeah. That's big dude. That's a fight that happened. I mean, it's not really too crazy. That wasn't the next fight, but that was the fight after this next fight.
I wanted Jacob to win that.
I think everybody wanted Fatu to win, but like, I don't know what they're planning with him. I don't know what they're planning. If they took the belt off him, I don't know what they have planned for his storyline, because he was a cool USA champion and people were really starting to like back him.
I liked him as a solo
You
run.
never loved me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of his solo run. He can't have a solo run.
Oh.
That was
I
bad.
see what you did there. But yeah, I mean, we'll just glaze over the next, not the next match, but the match after that, because it was the Solo and Jacob fight. So I mean, hey, it happened. Jacob lost. Very sad. We really want him to continue on, because his entrance was badass too. The big fucking wolf logo with all the flames popping up to the beat of the fucking entrance, like that was sick. But
it's got aura for sure.
My favorite entrance of the night, and it's not even close.
Oh yeah.
It was Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. And I'm gonna be real, I didn't know much about Karrion Kross coming into this fight. I don't follow NXT. I've seen him pop up here and there throughout Monday Night Raw and SmackDown from time to time, and he's kind of just been this guy who's been like basically the devil on everybody's shoulder. He's the guy who's always speaking in everybody's ear, basically telling them how shit they are, how they've let themselves become weak, and how they're no longer who they say they should be, and they're not gonna get as far if they don't tap into that inner darkness that they have to be the champion they want to be. And that's kind of what motivated this match between him and Sammy, was him telling Sammy, like, hey, you lost who you were. There's no way that you're ever going to be a WWE World Champion. It's not going to happen. And so Sammy punched him in the face and told him, I went and talked to the boss man, and this is our match at Night of Champions.
That's what he wanted with AJ, but only ended up on the Raw before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because he tried to do the same thing with AJ Styles, and AJ Styles was like, nah, dude, fuck you.
Yep.
I'm not hitting you for it.
Yep. Sammy took the bait, though, and they got their match. And I'll tell you, I apparently found out that this was Karrion Kross's original entrance when he first debuted on NXT. But, dude,
it was really good.
I love that entrance. It's like the Sin City vibes of like the camera being black and white, and they also slow the frame rate down, so it's a little more like kind of like choppy, like how like an older film would look, and then
with
the
suspense.
the build up, the fucking build up of her getting in the ring, and just like the end is near, and fucking her getting in the middle and just screaming fall and pray. And the moment that the fucking boom happens, he pops up behind her. Color comes in and it's all red, and
it was so dope.
I was like, dude, I didn't know Karrion was coming in like this.
Yeah, she dropped and he popped up.
And it was like perfectly timed too. I was like, damn, man, like this might be for an entrance that doesn't have a whole lot of like big crowd pop off or massive sparks and all this other extra fanfare. It was a very just well choreographed, well shot like intro.
It wasn't flashy, it was just well done.
Yes, exactly. And I could always respect the art when it comes to a good entrance that doesn't require a whole lot of extra additive and stuff like that. I mean, of course, we love the sparks and we love the flames and everything, but to have something like that and it be just as badass as something like that, I was like, hey, man.
Yeah, it was really fucking cool.
Very cool entrance. He went up a good amount for me with that entrance. I was like, all right, Karrion, I might want to see you in some more shit. I kind of get why everybody else is
which is wild that he got as big as an entrance as he did when he's just a backstage presence right now.
Yeah. But like the fans want him, so
the fans want him, but he's only had 2 matches this year.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully
it's so interesting to see what they're doing with everybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised with the amount of money that they complain that WWE isn't. Well, TKO Holdings is in debt for, and that he's just being paid to run around backstage.
And that's the thing about a lot of them too. Yeah, it's the thing about a lot of guys right now too, is like there's a good amount of people on the roster who are just kind of
hanging
back
out
there chilling. Just kind of making a paycheck for walking around with the guys after the bus ride, and that's pretty much it. So, I mean, hey, I like that he's getting his push. He unfortunately lost to Sami Zayn, but way to go, Sammy. We love Sami Zayn, so cool to see him get his W for sure, for sure. Hopefully this is a little bit more of a push for Sammy to get his title shot at some point. Maybe Sammy's the next one to go up against Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship. I think that'd be pretty cool. or maybe he goes and heads after Gunther to reprise that rivalry after Saturday Night Main Event. But who knows? Who knows? We'll have to see by the end of this.
I say no one ever knows where anything's going.
No, not anymore.
Just like Alexa Bliss, I wish they'd give her something.
Yeah, we talked about that last night too, because I didn't realize how little she was winning.
She gets nothing.
Yeah,
I love her little crazy ass so much. Give her something, please.
She's got good stage presence, and that's pretty much what they're using her for.
Yeah.
She's fucking crazy.
And it's not giving her any good.
God,
setups.
I love her.
I thought if they weren't going to do any like solo run stuff, I thought they'd at least put her back with Wyatt Six, but.
And who
knows?
knows?
And that's what I thought.
With the Women's United States Championship changing hands recently, maybe they push her for that here soon. Maybe they get her in the run for that and get that going. Because I mean, hell, maybe that could be the storyline leading up to SummerSlam. Is her going up against whatever her name is. But yeah.
Oh, Julia. Yeah.
Julia, yeah, because she has
just
it now.
That from Zelina
Vega. Yep. But the one after that was the United States Championship. Like we said, Jacob Fatu lost that to Solo Sikoa with the help of Samoan friends. And then Queen of the Ring finale, Jade Cargill versus Asuka.
God.
That was insane.
My God.
Once again, didn't realize how small some of these females in the roster were until they stand next to a female who has height. Because Jade Cargill towers over Asuka. Didn't realize Asuka was like 5'2". Same thing with Io Sky.
She's either, I think she's
like
5'3", and then I think Io is 5'1".
Yeah, there's
fun fact about us is, or at least myself.
Yeah.
WWE cannot be on screen and I not Google someone's height.
Yeah,
if it's on there, I'm looking it up. I have to know.
She's 5'3".
Okay. Yeah.
I'm nosy. I got to know how big they are because you can't tell. The camera angles make everybody look the same height.
Well, see, that was my thing too. Was like, had no clue Rhea was 5'7". Could have totally convinced me that she was my height or taller. Had no idea that she was 5'7".
So few points in the match did the cameras allow you to know there was a height difference.
Yeah.
Because they're putting big woman against big woman. I mean, Rhea's so muscly and Raquel's just so big.
Strong. The way she fucking launched her over her damn head, my God.
But
I didn't think Rhea was going to get her up over her shoulders that easily. Rhea's strong as a motherfucker. Because
I told you, she works out all the time.
Full-grown men.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, 5'7" with that strength, like she doesn't look 5'7". I don't like it's her build. It doesn't make her look 5'7".
No.
Like I could have swore up and down that me and Rhea were seeing eye to eye. The fact that I have an opportunity to like kind of look down at Rhea Ripley,
is crazy.
Yeah, it's just like
so
like
the aura that comes with that woman is wild.
She presents herself
Somebody
so much
check
taller.
on Buddy Matthews. Did he get thrown around the house? Are you
I
okay?
believe it.
That's a big ass dude too.
Apparently, is that her husband?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him are the same height. Yeah, didn't know that. I googled that after we looked up the Rhea thing, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm the same height as her husband."
He must just be wide.
I
mean, he is.
It's like their build just makes him.
He's a big man.
He's a big dude. He's built like a fucking Marvel character. Dude is big as shit. And
All
I'm
they
not
do
talking
is
about
work
modern
out,
Marvel.
bro.
I'm talking like 90s comic book cartoon Marvel. He's built, dude. But Jade Cargill, speaking of Marvel comics, came out looking like the most perfect rendition of Storm, I think, since the 90s cartoon. I'm going to be real. I love Halle Berry, but Halle Berry didn't convince me about Storm as much as Jade Cargill did
No,
in
that
that main
should have been
event.
her audition.
She legit. Oh my God. Everything about it was perfect. The fit, her build with the fit, the hair, the snow falling in her
contacts,
Snow getting stuck on her lashes.
Oh man!
To introduce you to the contacts and to bring her face into
so
frame.
wild.
She just looked so perfect, like to the point where I'm like, if we don't even in the slightest consider casting her for the next X-Men movie, I will be severely pissed. Because oh my lord, she like fits the role.
She looked phenomenal.
She looks just like Storm. And like, of course, I like probably somewhere in an interview she said that that's probably her childhood hero who she grew up to like, you know, remodel herself after. I guarantee you she said it at some point before, but like if I were to give you Storm from X-Men 97 and put her next to Jade Cargill, you couldn't tell me that they're not the same person. Like, they look exactly the same. She just pulled it off so perfectly. Asuka also came out looking like the amazing performer that she is.
She's great.
She always has a great stage presence and always has a great design whenever she comes out and everything, but
she had good makeup too. The makeup team was fucking coming in clutch last night. I'll tell you what.
Costume design went crazy on this one.
The design team
really stepped up for the women in the time where they had to be covered. They still made sure they were shining.
Well, and from the night before too with Rhea, when she had that full body, it was like stitches, and she had like a little heart stitched onto her chest.
I thought that was a reference to something. It looked like something I'd seen before.
I loved it.
I can't tell you what it was.
They come in clutch for these girls.
Oh yeah,
They come in clutch for these women. They're beautiful.
Tiffany on SmackDown the night before looked like Biker Peach in the Super Mario games because she had a pink and white. It almost looked like a race car driver outfit.
That's cute. I didn't see that.
It's motocross Peach.
I was gonna say she was out there in the crowd last night, wasn't she?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we saw her.
Good amount of people that didn't wrestle that were out in the crowd. Yeah.
Good morning and shit. Good morning and shit.
It was very, very good to see her. I loved that.
She's so beautiful. God, I love her.
But it was a great match between those two. Jade Cargill ended up pulling out the W. The whole crowd literally went silent when she won.
Some people booed her.
Yeah,
too.
that was insane.
She actually put it on though.
She did. She put it on.
She put it on, and it looked perfect.
On her head.
Yeah.
I will say shout out to the photography crew too for snapping the pictures that they did of Cody with his crown, holding it up with the winner in the background, and then Jade with her putting the crowd on. They got really good shots of that, and they posted them on socials, and they look awesome. Just great match overall between those two. And then the final match of the night, John Cena versus CM Punk, which would see a whole lot of ups and downs on that fight. A lot of back and forth between Punk and Cena. We took forever to get to CM Punk finisher. It took us like 20 years to do it after he took like 3 AAs before getting his finisher off. Shout out to the referee that took a completely blindsided shoulder shot from John Cena.
God.
Justice for this man. Justice for Charles Robinson, because this is not the first time he has been photographed, filmed, memorialized as the man who runs down the ramp, hair in the wind,
looking majestic,
and just gets fucking demolished.
Just plowed, bro. Just
like,
and he's cleaned the fuck out
for this.
Hey, beforehand, him and John had to have had multiple conversations and practice runs of this shit. Because there's no way.
But that's insane.
Dude.
He just went flying.
Holy. He got hit so hard, and I literally was like, oh shit. Oh, my.
Damn, he better be getting paid a lot.
Right, like, oh, man. We almost ended up having a Money in the Bank cash in as well. Seth Rollins came out. Seth Rollins came out and sicked his dogs on CM Punk. And John Cena ended up getting in there and delivering an AA to him and getting him out of the ring, which he still holds that briefcase, so we never know when it's going to get used.
Penta came out. Sammy came out. Penta came out and got his ass whooped as soon as he came out.
Yeah.
Fucking what? And what are they doing with Penta?
I really need.
I love him so much.
Yeah, we need to get some type of belt on Penta
for him to get beat the fuck up right there on that ramp.
There's no good reason you have to keep doing this to my man.
Put him with another one of those luchadors and have them take the tag team titles.
But
and he still came out all fucking.
Oh yeah.
And then
whatever we do with Penta, just take Chad Gable out of it.
Please, please.
I am sick of this Americano.
Metal plate.
I am sick of Americano. I don't like the storyline. I think he's just boring, and his gimmick is I'm gonna headbutt you
with a metal plate.
Yeah, I don't rock with it. It's not really my favorite storyline in any way, shape, or form.
It really is.
One little gnat. Oh, he flew away from me. There's a gnat in the room, and he keeps flying in front of me.
I know,
like
he's
right
doing it
here.
to me
He's
too.
just chilling. But yeah, overall, I think it was good. I think it was a good little pay-per-view.
It was good. It was really good.
I think it was solid. I think it was really good. I liked how everything went out. I love how the designs for everybody's costumes were. I loved the camera shots of everybody's entrances and the way all the fights were filmed. I think it was a very solid pay-per-view.
We at least gave a shit about all the fights. Sorry, I was looking at that.
We actually wanted to see everything play out.
Last time, whenever there'd be one where we're like, nobody really gives a shit about this one. At least we actually watched all of these.
Of them we were ready to see.
Yeah.
Every one of them had some investment put into it.
I have a feeling that leading up to SummerSlam is going to be so good. I have high hopes for Evolution.
What
not
is
this weekend,
SummerSlam?
next week.
I was gonna say it's coming up, isn't it soon or something?
I'll look it up.
In like a month or two or some shit. I don't know what it is.
It's coming up
SummerSlam,
very soon.
August 2nd and 3rd. This one not as soon as I thought it was.
No.
Oh wait, nope. This week is literally July. I lied. It's next month.
You know what's unfortunate? My birthday's that weekend too.
No, that's unfortunate. We literally for your birthday
We
last year watched
year.
SummerSlam.
I know.
Yeah.
We're running it back, bitches.
Well, we
Apparently SummerSlam just starts on my birthday, so every time.
Turn the fuck up. We'll take
Hell
it.
yeah.
At least this one's not as important. The other one was definitely the death to the 20s, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's always important because it's your birthday. Start liking them.
You can't make me.
Hey man, people will cook you food and hang out with you all day.
I don't even want to look at her because I saw her face in the screen.
Exactly.
And it looks scary. No, thank you, Mom.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good one though. SummerSlam is definitely shaping up to be fantastic.
We're
it's going to be a
excited.
fun one
Well,
for
we've
sure.
got Saturday night main event, not this weekend, but next weekend. That weekend, you've got
Nice.
Saturday night main event, and then you've got Evolution, which is the all women's
yeah.
PLE. I am so excited for
You
that.
said it's not this upcoming weekend,
It's
next
the 12th
weekend?
and the 13th.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. Unfortunately, I don't think the women are getting enough love by getting their own Saturday PLE because it has to come after Saturday night main event. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they're bringing it back because we have enough good, talented women on the roster.
Oh my
to
God,
bring it
yeah,
out.
we do. So many of them. And not enough of them get enough, just to be on and get things. And it's
Scott joked about ruining me with WWE last night since I never watched any WWE prior to being with my husband and prior to the last 2
I didn't
years.
watch it prior to them.
This is all new for me, but
That's it. Me and Scott probably have the most WWE knowledge out of the whole group.
yeah. I mean, the men are fun and they're great, and I have plenty of crushes. I have so many crushes on so many superstars.
Oh, yeah.
But women's wrestling is something I've become so passionate about because it's so good. And
It's getting a lot better.
It's getting so much better, but it was so underloved for so long.
Yeah.
They deserve it, though.
And they deserve
really
it.
do
And the
deserve
women are
it.
just so talented.
Yeah. They do a damn good job.
They do a damn good job.
And I say it every time. I'm so fucking glad that they're bringing the luchadors in because La Raza, baby. I'll tell you
It's
the
going
fuck
to be a
what.
fun time when we start integrating more of them into the main roster and doing
Bring
more
back
stuff with
intergender
them.
matches.
I think that's why I'm so in
Yeah.
love with Penta. I fucking love him and his mask, and I love that man. I just can't wait for him to have something.
Very
Yeah.
flashy,
Anything.
very entertaining.
Please.
You got to get him something very soon. Ooh,
Oh, God, yeah, the
Messi is
Mexican
getting ready to play
luchadors
against
are-
my PSG team. Oh.
They are
That'll be
flashy.
fun to watch later. Sorry, the FIFA World Cup is happening
God.
right now, and Inter Miami is going ready to go up against Paris Saint-Germain, or PSG as most people know it. And if you don't know who Inter Miami is, that's the team that Messi currently plays for. So them going up against my favorite team, PSG, is going to be a fun one to watch because we've been kicking asses here. But yeah, we have a lot of good pay-per-views to look forward to coming up in the next couple months. So
Yeah.
we're definitely at the later half of the pay-per-views where most of them are starting to set up to just be good storylines at this point. A lot of them are all setting
Finally.
up to be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this time of year.
The beginning, right after WrestleMania, it really dies down and we start to
Yeah.
take the time to really build these big, heavy storylines that don't have payoffs on the pay-per-view that's the closest to the storyline. They always take a couple pay-per-views to finish it out. And so it's now we're starting to get into the real big ones where the real important storylines are going to have to start coming to a close and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we have that. It was a great pay-per-view. I gave it a solid 8 out of 10. I thought it was very good. I thought it played out very, very well. Even though, like I said, the crowd wasn't in it for most of it. I think that if you were
That's
in
fine,
the
'cause we
USA,
were.
I would say if you're in
Yeah,
the
we were
USA, I
into
think
it.
everybody would have been
Brittany
impressed.
being the only one on the couch to go, what?
Yeah.
I did. I go, whoa. And I look over and they're all still talking. And I'm still sitting here with my arms out. I'm like, guys. Got me feeling like the world's biggest goofball in my own home, but I can always count on Scott doing it with me, and he left me hanging. I don't care. I do all of the big crowd stuff
I
from my
just didn't
couch.
say the whoa.
She was just like, I don't. Okay, that's fine.
Every time Penta comes out, it's fucking.
I swear to God.
Every time.
His little fucking walk.
Yeah, I love him. I gotta do their big stuff with them. Whether it's, Seth Rollins conducting the crowd or everybody fucking eating. If there's something to do, I'm doing it. I don't care.
It was good. It was a good time.
And then to just kind of move along here, because we've already went 44 minutes. I didn't realize we had spent that much time on WWE. I thought we were going faster than what we were. But UFC 317 happened last night. It was a good event. It was a good event.
There were some good fights.
There was a lot of good action. That's the thing, is like I'll say there was a lot of good action because
so mad.
I know the results weren't what we were looking for. Like, I know Kiana was disappointed in the results.
So fucking upset.
But I think if you're just an MMA fan, you can appreciate that this wasn't just a WrestleFest. There's a reason why they have. There's a reason why they have BJ or BBJ or BJJ or whatever now. BJJ. They have BJJ like pay-per-views and stuff now that are done by the UFC.
Yeah, there was good fights.
If you want to see wrestling, please go watch that shit. If you want to see all the ground grappling and all that shit, please go watch that shit. I get so tired.
Me too.
Of pay-per-views being. My whole strategy is I'm going to pull this guy to the ground and try to shoot for a chokehold for the first 2 rounds of the match. And then the last round, we're both going to be so tired that we're not going to be able to wrestle anymore.
I want you to punch people in the face.
Yeah, I want to see you use your weaponry. I want to see you use your repertoire. Like, you have so many things that got you here. And the whole entire PLE is just like fucking... ground game. And like, nothing against good ground game. If you guys are moving around and like changing positions and
it's not what we're
trying
there
to
to watch.
show chokehold stuff like that, cool. But when it's a whole lot of just
keeping their hands off, it's so annoying.
It's like, bro, I don't want to watch this shit. But a lot of guys stood up and fought last night. It was a very good pay-per-view.
They did.
There were a couple knockouts in the first the prelims between Jose Delgado and Hyder Emil, and then there was the Gregory Rodriguez knockout where he just stone cold slept the guy and then got one good hammer fist in as well.
Yeah, he got his ass.
Tracy Cortez got a decision victory, and it was her first victory since 2023, which was the chick that you were like, ooh, who's that? Very
she was pretty.
She was a very pretty girl.
She did good work, though. I mean,
did.
she was putting some shit on that other girl for sure.
Oh, yeah. For somebody who hadn't fought in a good amount of time, she came out there, performed her ass off.
She was whooping her ass.
The main card was very solid. Once we got past the first 2 fights of the main card, it just literally took off running from there. Joshua Van versus Brandon Royval, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that shit, was a slugfest.
God,
they were throwing the whole fight. They were throwing the whole fight. Like, they were just punch after punch after punch.
That's the shit I want to see.
Like, it was a great fight. Joshua Van proved that he deserves to be in the top ranks for their flyweight division, and he's definitely going to get his title shot against the winner of the next fight, Alexander Pantoja, which... Sad to see Cara France get put out like that, but boy, he's just got to work on his wrestling.
It makes me so mad.
Pantoja came out there and showed him that there's levels to this shit.
Wild.
And
Absolutely.
he did it in such a casual fashion, too. He just
And he tried so hard. He tried so hard to get out of it.
Yep. Showed great
It's bullshit.
He ended up winning, though, but I'm pretty sure it was like a rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Got him out of there. And then the very next fight, the main event, the one that broke all of our hearts, Charles Oliveira, or whatever, getting
Oliveira.
knocked out by Ilya Topuria.
His legs went limp.
His whole body went limp.
And there was no...
I didn't even finish it. I packed my shit up and I left. I was like, you know what? I'm so mad.
There was no celebration for it either, because he said he was going to do it, and then he turned around, and then he fucking did it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I told you that's exactly what I was going to do. And this is who I'm going for next.
Pissed me off.
Now think about his call out. He called out Patty Pimblett. Yes.
I saw that.
He called out Patty Pimblett.
I saw that.
Now the thing about that is,
I love Patty Pimblett.
Dana White didn't like that at all. Dana White didn't like that not one bit. He was going to talk to Patty, and maybe that might be a fight in the near future, but Dana already stated that that is not the next fight that he had on his list. That is not the next lineup that he had for him. And so Dana had stated that he had already went back to the back rooms and was already out of the audience at this point whenever this fight had finished. He left, he went back right after the Cower Fans fight, and he went to the back rooms and was just watching it from there. And he was pissed that they let Patty into the ring. He was not supposed to be allowed into the ring because Dana didn't have him lined up to be his next fight. And so the fact that they were basically just allowing him to go in there and basically do this face off and hype everybody up, he was like, it's going to suck because I'm probably going to
this isn't the next one.
Yeah, he's like, it's probably going to disappoint a lot of people, but and even one of the commentators and one of the pressers was like, it was fun to see. It was great to watch. And he was like, well, it's cool, but that's not the business we're in. We're not in the it's fun to see business. We're here to give you good quality fights. And if I don't feel like he's ready for that yet, or, if I feel like there's somebody else who's more deserving of that position right now, then I would much rather give them that setup.
I do love Patty, though.
There's rules to this shit, and people got to abide by them, but I do like Patty. Like you said, I do like Patty as well. And I would love to see it.
I saw Amanda was in the crowd last night, too.
I like Patty, but man, if Ilya Taporia is not gonna, hell, he's knocked out. He's knocked out Volkanovski. He's knocked out Holloway, and now he's knocked out Charles Oliveira.
He is so fucking mad.
He is literally running through legends at this point.
Literally the only two I wanted, just one, and they both fucking lost.
Yeah, in sad fashion.
Very fucking sad.
But it's like I said, it's the nature of the beast. It's the business that they are in. You never know what's going to happen. It's not like WWE where we have a set of what's going to happen.
Hooker breaks my heart because he's not fighting right now.
Yeah.
Fucking Care France gets fucking choked out.
Yeah.
It's the only fights I was looking forward to.
It's a tough one, man, but hey, it happened. It was a good watch. It was a good watch after WWE. It was set up for a great night, and I was happy with it. I think the event was very good, even though the results weren't what we were looking for. So
the end was just ass.
Yeah. Hey, that's how it goes. Upsetting. That's how it goes, though.
Whatever.
Hey, but it was very solid. I was very happy with it. But now with that all happening, what time we got? Yeah, okay, we could do a little bit of chit-chat because we ain't got really a whole lot else to...
Chat.
Yeah, we ain't really got a whole lot else to talk about, but, we...
Wild.
We've had some announcements for some movies over the past week. One that really surprised us, we did not think was going to happen this early at all. But apparently... Disney decided that they were just going to go ahead and green light and start the process for Lilo and Stitch 2.
I haven't even seen the first one.
Haven't seen the first one. I've honestly heard nothing but negativity from the first one outside of little kids liking it. I have heard nothing but bad things from people who grew up with that movie, went to go see it, and they were not impressed.
What is happening? They did it with Lilo and Stitch. They do it with fucking Snow White. Like, what is happening?
Snow White was a problem from the beginning.
Yeah.
Snow White was never meant to exist.
So what I've seen from the clips and the bits and pieces that are missing from Lilo and Stitch, it's like they pull out the Seven Dwarves. They pull out, pieces from Lilo and Stitch. Like Pleakley's not there, and stuff like that. Like there's just why? Just leave it the way that it looked, just with real people. Just put everything back into it because that's what everybody wants.
They started doing that with live actions, and then the audience goes, hey, stop that. We already have it. Don't do it again. So they're like, okay, fine. You don't want a scene-to-scene live action?
And now you get
We're going to change it, and now we hate it even more.
Yeah.
Now there's regrets.
My mom wouldn't have seen the How to Train Your Dragon one, though, and she said that was amazing. She said that was amazing. I
want to see it. I
want to see it really bad. I do want to see it really bad. My mom said that she went and seen it, and
I do want to see that.
The first movie, then
I love it.
You know how the movie goes, but she said that she saw the scene where Toothless gets captured, and they did really good CGI to make him look really desperate and really sad when he was captured. And my mom was like, I cried a little bit whenever I seen it because you really get more emotion out of him. I was like, ooh, oh man. Have we talked about that before? Movies that make you cry?
I don't think so.
You are not asking the person with no memory.
I mean, I'm just saying. We talked about so much on this show. We're not even to episode 100 yet. I'm already like, damn, did we bring this up yet? But
I mean,
I don't think so.
I cry at everything, so that's not.
I mean,
don't.
I mean, hell, what's a movie that like I could not watch this again because I will bawl like a baby?
Click.
Really?
Yeah, it reminds me of my grandpa.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. I can very much so get that. I was gonna say that's a funny movie, but it does like towards the last 25 to 30 minutes of that movie get very sad and very deep. So I could definitely understand
Yeah,
that.
my opa was a very sick man. He had one of those little bags and everything.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was sick. Reminds me of him, makes me cry.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, not very many movies make me cry.
fucking Marley and Me.
I was just ready to say, not even Marley and Me made you cry. You're like a dog owner. That shit didn't do that to you, because holy, it's probably the only Owen Wilson movie that'll make me cry, by far.
That was a. I'm sorry. That was a tinge of judgment there. What?
Yeah.
No.
That man.
Do you know who I am as a human being?
But I also know who you are as a human being. That's what surprises me.
Man, yeah, that's insane. I mean, one for me has always been All Dogs Go to Heaven, especially once you
God, I
get
haven't seen
older.
that movie in so long.
Well, when you get older and realize the backstory of
Yeah.
like what actually was going
Yeah.
on there, and if you don't know, in All Dogs Go to Heaven, the voice actor for the little girl in the movie
It's so
had
sad.
I'm pretty sure it was like terminal cancer.
Yeah.
And so, like, when they were filming the movie, when they got to the end of the filming of the movie, they had already did her lines because she was already sick. So they had basically this kind of fast-tracked all of her lines for the movie, and got her wrapped up on filming faster than anybody else. And in the middle of them filming the last few scenes of the movie, with everybody else in it, she ended up passing away. And the voice actor of the main dog, who does pass away in the movie, whose name is slipping my mind, but he basically was very close to the little girl whenever they were recording. Like, they became really good friends, and he went and visited her and looked after her, and she ended up passing away in the recording of the film. And so at the end, when he's delivering his lines to her and he's ascending to heaven as the dog, he's basically saying his goodbye to her in the booth. And when he's crying in the booth, when he's crying in the movie, he is literally shedding real tears. It is not just for the sake of the film. He is actually shedding tears
He's
for
going
that
through it
little
in the
girl.
booth.
And
Yeah.
it was, as a kid, it's like the fox and the hound. Like, you have an affinity to naturally be sad when an animal gets put through something that is just like, I don't want to watch them go through this.
Is it Charlie? Is that what his name
Charlie,
is?
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's such a sad movie.
It's such a sad movie, but damn, is it a classic. Damn, is it a classic.
It really is.
And like, it brings a tear to my eye every single time. And like I said, like, as a kid, you're just sad for the dog and the situation. But then when you get older and hear the backstory, you're like, oh my gosh, this movie's even sadder than what it originally was.
What about Bridge to Terabithia?
No, but Fault in Our Stars did make me cry.
Oh man, I can't see now. Fault in My fuck, dude. I was never really a big fan of that movie, but then it's also attached to a terrible ex, so that movie has no emotion for me.
I went through a huge John Green phase as like a reader.
Uh-huh.
That his big time of putting all of those out. I was a big John Green fan.
I just never really cry a lot at movies. I will tell you though that there's one that's funny that I did cry at. I don't cry at it anymore. It was when I was younger. Van Helsing, have you seen that movie?
With Wolverine? With Hugh Jackman?
Yeah. At the end when she dies.
Never seen it, but that's a crazy, yeah.
It made me cry. Why?
right.
I don't know. Probably because I was having a gay awakening and then love and she died, but
That
who
could
knows?
be.
Yeah, that could be
that'll
the
do
case.
it.
Who
That'll be the
knows?
case. Yeah.
But yeah, not really many make me cry. I mean, probably if I watched Marley and Me now, I'd probably cry.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
ball like a baby.
But like when I watched it previously, no, it didn't make me cry.
Oh, you
But Click
bawl
is
like a
my cry movie. That one definitely, because of my grandpa, would make me fucking
man.
cry.
Oh yeah, the original Pokemon movie. The original Pokemon movie. Bro, when all the Pokemon are fighting each other with tears in their eyes, and then Ash literally dies, And
I've
Pikachu,
trauma blocked that movie out of my brain.
Pikachu is trying to zap him back to life, and he's
I know
just
what you're
a
talking
stone.
about. I've seen the clip of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that was the first form of physical torture I've ever been through, or first emotional form of torture, and I blocked it out for that reason. It was so traumatized as a child, I blocked it out.
It's a really tough watch, man. Like the original Pokemon movie, they really knew how to play upon your heartstrings because, boy, if you didn't know the friendship between Ash and Pikachu, you definitely felt it in that scene alone. And it even came to a point where Mewtwo realized that what he was doing was wrong because of how much Pikachu loved Ash. And it's just like, damn, dude, this is tough. Like, this is like, holy, like, in the middle of your bedroom with your Pokemon blanket over your shoulders, crying, trying to not get tears on your Game Boy, watching the movie at the same time. Oh, man, it is tough. It is a tough watch. But I mean, hell, that's why movies are great because I mean, even a kid's movie like that can make you feel that type of way is doing something right. They're doing good somewhere along the lines.
Yeah, in my head, I was trying to like go through and see if there was anything else, but I can't think of any other movies.
The list is too big for me to sit here and do this all day. I'm a crier. I cry at everything.
I don't really have a whole lot that are like jumping out to me off the top of my head. So I'm really trying to think. Like, I Am Legend. When he has to take the dog out.
Didn't cry, but that shit fucks me up.
Holy man. When I first seen that.
It hurts my heart.
Oh boy. I first seen that and I was like, I can't take this, guys. I was like, I can't do this.
Not a crier, but my God, that shit makes me want to die inside.
That shit hurt, man. I was like, fuck, she's going through sad movie listings now.
Because like there's some of them that I know that would you cried at Coco. You had to have.
No.
I've never seen Coco.
I did not cry at Coco.
I've never seen Coco.
A lot of them are just like,
it's a good movie. I do love Coco, though.
Like, I didn't necessarily cry in Forrest Gump, but it's on here.
Yeah, I didn't cry at Forrest Gump because...
Schindler's List isn't fair because that movie is just insane.
Yeah.
I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Titanic, Notebook.
No.
I mean,
you know what? I don't understand the hype over the Notebook. I don't like it.
Inside Out's on here.
Inside Out. Yeah. Bing bong. Yeah.
Take her to the moon for me. Yeah, that's on there. Yep, that's why. I'm like, why is Bing Bong on here with the Notebook and Titanic? Yeah, there's a reason.
That movie's fucked.
Yeah.
That part is so sad.
It is very tough. It is very tough. The beginning of Up.
Showing kids big emotions. Yeah, but
the beginning of Up.
I literally have the Up Lego house. How did I forget about that?
Yeah, the beginning of Up will literally
You didn't even do it that long ago either.
Oh, man.
Well, I told you I have no memory.
And it's only like the first 5 minutes of that movie because the rest of the movie is very sweet. It's like it doesn't really make you want to cry like that, but like
I want Kevin.
I want Kevin so bad.
yeah. But playing up on the childhood talk because we did bring this up a little bit ago. We have like in our bodies and our brains, we've like ingrained certain things that remind us of like childhood or like certain things that just bring you certain joy and pleasure. And I feel like smell is a really big thing that like you smell something and it'll instantly just you're right back to where you were.
I have two off the absolute rip. Chlorine.
Okay.
Chlorine because of indoor pools.
Okay.
I went to a small town school, so we got to take the bus to Taylorville once a semester and go to they had the water slides in the lazy river and stuff like that inside the YMCA. So we take a big trip there. That smell of concentrated chlorine in a room, put it in a candle.
Burns your eyeballs.
I want to huff it. It's my favorite thing.
I love the smell of the chlorine in pools.
Purell brand, just clear, regular Purell hand sanitizer. No, Germex.
Okay.
Is preschool.
Okay, yeah, the classroom hand yeah.
Preschool hand sanitizer. That is, I can see the preschool room in the basement of the school that I went to because we were downstairs for some reason.
That's terrifying.
Hella preschoolers just in the basement. Hand sanitizer.
I could get those ones. I could definitely get those ones. Kiana, do you have any smells that
I have one that I can remember, and it's not even like any like school or anything. So like the Japanese cherry blossom spray and stuff that old women used to. My oma. It reminds me of my oma because she used to wear it all the time. And then she also used to have this little container that was like this big around, and it had a puff in it, and it was like pink Japanese cherry blossom powder that you could use to like puff on yourself. Like, God. She used to wear that shit all the time.
I can smell that.
God, I know. And it just reminds me of her every single time. And that's all I can think of.
I get that. I can get that with like my Nana, because my Nana has almost for my entire life used the same Glade air freshener for her house, like the little twist ones with the wax in the middle. And it's always the same maroon colored one. I don't know what specific scent it is. But when I go to the store and like I'll smell them in like the aisle and like that one hits me, I'm like, oh. Because my nana, when I grew up, she lived in a house with my pawpaw, and they moved when I was like 12, I think it was like 12 years old, 13 years old, after my pawpaw had passed away. And she had moved into a different house, and she's been in that house ever since then. And so when I go and visit her, it's in the new house. But when I get that Glade smell, I go back to the old house instantly. And I just relive, like, there are so many different childhood memories that me and my uncle had. My uncle, like, for y'all who don't know, the Black family thing, my uncle is like only like 2 to 3 years older than me. So he's more like a cousin than an uncle, if anything.
Mexican families are like that too.
Yeah. And so like, me and him grew up more so like really close cousins, because I was over there almost every other weekend. And so like me and him grew up playing a lot of games together in the bedroom, and like we'd wake up in the morning and go sit in the dining room, which was also in the kitchen, and we would sit there and eat cereal while watching the little box TV. And it's just like the smell takes me back to those moments instantly.
It's funny that your guys' grandparents' scents are so clean. The one that makes me think of my grandma, bacon.
Really?
If I walk into a house that you fry bacon in, that I think of my grandma every time.
Start frying bacon up whenever you guys come over. You'd be like, "Oh, grandma."
Well, it's because my grandma has always made every meal for my grandfather their entire marriage. So she makes breakfast, she makes lunch, she makes dinner, even if it's just a sandwich. Like that's everything for them.
And I know she loved doing
Alternately,
that too.
I do have a clean scent that I just found out the other day. Reminds me of my pawpaw on my dad's side that I don't have a lot of memories with. He's still with us, thankfully, and I'm hoping to build more memories before we lose him. But there's a cologne that I did not realize. My supervisor came in wearing it. It was weird because he's always drowning.
Oh, that hits you in a weird way too.
He always wears colognes, and it's always like burning my nose, and I'm like, sometimes it's just too much. I walk in and I'm like,
you're like, hold on a goddamn second.
I'm 4 years old again. And like they're there and things are normal. And I'm like, holy shit. I forgot. I don't even know what scent that is. And I'm like, Don, what are you wearing? He goes, dude, I don't even know why. And I was like, you don't take this the wrong way. You smell like my pawpaw. And I haven't seen him in like, then I hadn't seen him recently. It was before we went and saw him for our anniversary. I'm like, I haven't seen him in probably like 20 years.
Man.
And I was almost in tears. I'm like, I need to leave before I start crying for no reason.
I need to get away from you right now.
I completely understand that feeling of like you instantly have a wave of emotion, because I'm like that too with like, and it's weird because I don't like country music in like most shapes and forms, but I've always stated that if I do listen to country music, it's got to be like 90s and before, because of my grandparents specifically. They loved country music, and they would always, every Sunday morning, and I was at my grandparents' house every weekend when I was a kid. My mom worked 3 jobs, and so I would be over at their house on the weekend, and the smell of freshly brewed coffee and just early country music just puts me in such a euphoric state where I'm just like, I could live here.
That too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could just live here. Like, I could be here for like another day or two, and I feel like I would be in a much better mood for the rest of the week. Like,
I was always in a good mood going to my grandparents because we watched the country music videos.
Yeah, CMT.
Yep, CMT.
Yep.
Mine was on the weekends. My mom would always wake up with Fabuloso and Spanish music.
Oh man. And it's like
and only the purple Fabuloso, to be specific, bitch, because ain't nobody using the blue Fabuloso. Excuse me, what?
And I want to be real too, because like I've heard, Because we're supposedly, I guess we are still in like the generation that people say is like the most childish generation because we live in our childhood longer than most people do. But I also think that also plays on the fact of our childhoods were fucking fun. Yeah. Our childhoods were a good time compared to what they fucking had.
We had a good blend of what you consider a classic childhood and then some intro to technology.
And the thing is, too, is this kind of leads me into my next topic because I brought this up last week after we got done recording because I've been going through and Watch Mojo has been just popping up on my YouTube feed like a motherfucker recently. And you know, Watch Mojo, they just do a bunch of useless top 10s that will just suck you in and you're just like, all right, I want to see what this top 10's about. I want to see what the fuck they're talking about. What could this top 10?
What are the contents?
What's what right now?
Yeah. And the one that I found wasn't even a top 10, it was like a top 50, but it was like the 50 toys that kids can't get anymore, or like 50 toys that are banned now or whatever. And I'm gonna be real, I don't want to hear shit about you old people talking about how good you had it when you were a kid or back in the old day. Your fucking childhood sucked. They were trying to kill you guys. You guys were they were either trying to kill you or they were trying to make you kill each other. There was no toys back in the day that were actually fucking toys. You kids were getting chemistry
sets. They were so dangerous.
They were so bad. There was a chemistry set that was literally a nuclear testing set where you got uranium, like a Geiger counter, and a bunch of other shit. And the same dude would go on to make an actual chemistry set that had like different chemicals that you can't even buy on the market anymore because they're specifically used for scientific testing.
So dangerous.
And so they were giving them shit like that. Or it was just inexplicably racist, like the Zulu blow dart, which was just a fucking wooden tube with fucking metal darts in it. And this was all shit that came out in like the 50s and 60s, just right before Aerosmith would take on the 70s, and we would get things like fucking Sweet Home Alabama about 5 to 6 years later. And you fuckers were out there talking about, man, you new kids these days don't know what it was like back in the day. We used to have this, we used to have to do this.
Because we got to have fun because you worked your whole childhood. Yeah.
We got to live and be kids. You guys were literally going at war every day in the front yard.
We had fun toys, not trying to.
We had imagination.
Poison everybody in the house.
My biggest problem was the razor or skip it.
I had skateboards, light brights.
I would say, like, our toys didn't get any, like we weren't explicitly selling toys that were like meant to harm each other, like lawn darts or anything like that, but there were some that were very fucked up.
I will tell you though, easy bake ovens, it doesn't matter what you did, that shit was nasty and it tasted like death.
Yeah,
every time.
Apparently the first easy bake oven was a real metal oven. It was a real full scale metal oven with an open hot plate, and kids were literally just burning themselves with it. Because you're giving an 8-year-old a real fucking oven. Like,
I asked for an easy bake oven and I was taught how to cook, so.
I mean, that's sick. I'm glad that you gained something.
I got taught how to cook, but I still had an easy bake oven and that shit didn't come out right.
My grandma was like, you want an easy bake oven? There's a whole, that bitch was hundreds of dollars. We're using that one.
Yeah. Man, but like, I mean, like, our toys weren't any better when it came to like safeness neither, because there were some that were just like, how did this even get past?
With the light brights, like the tiny little choking hazard pieces.
Magnetics.
I fucking love light brights.
Magnetics. The little plastic pieces with just little magnets on the tips. The magnets would fall out and a kid would eat it and they'd have like fucking stomach problems. The one that I didn't know was as bad as it was they weren't Orbeez. They weren't the gel orbs that absorbed water, but they were the bead stencils, and you sprayed water on them and they stuck together and held form.
Yeah, those were really bad too.
So they were like little plastic balls, and they were all differently colored balls, and they had like
be like in the shape of a cat.
Yeah, they'd give you like a little stencil, and it would have like the color outline of what you're supposed to do, and so you put the balls in the corresponding slots,
and you spray them, and they turn into like little, almost like Orbeez, but they stick together in that.
They
like,
would hold form, and
shape.
they would make the design. You pull it off the stencil and like set it up on a shelf.
I can't. It's not registering. I don't remember that one. I remember the only thing I can think of is Floam.
Oh man, that wasn't good neither. But these ones,
Floam.
I didn't know how bad these were until I heard the casualties that came from this fucking thing. Because apparently the solvent or whatever that they coated these beads with was the equivalent of liquid ecstasy.
I think I found it.
It was the equivalent of liquid ecstasy, and it was so bad that it put multiple kids in comas. Multiple kids had to get stomach pumps and had really bad acid trips, and like 4 kids died.
So they were called bindies.
Yeah.
Let me look at that. Where I can see it. Hold on.
Very, very, very bad.
You literally would
Very
just
bad.
make them spray it. It's BINDEEZ, yeah. And you would spray it with water.
And it would stick together.
Oh, okay.
But you know, little kids, when it comes to things that small, and then your brain isn't fully developed to go, hey, I shouldn't put this in my mouth. They go ahead and just say, oh, it looks like a little piece of candy, and then pop it in their mouth and be like, that doesn't taste like candy.
Because the thing I was thinking of was the little peg that you iron.
Oh my God, I fucking love those.
I love
too.
those.
That's what I was thinking of for that.
That also reminds me of my childhood because my Grammy. My Grammy, the one who used to make the coffee and then play the country music on TV, she used to do those all the time.
My mom used to give me a little extension cord, and I'd sit outside on the front porch on the concrete and just sit out there with them with an iron.
Man. But yeah, like they just had so many. Also, didn't know how many cash. Like I knew the slip and slide was dangerous. Didn't know its body count.
I had a slip and slide.
Had no idea of the slip and slide's body count. Multiple broken necks, which we all kind of expected because most grown adults try to go full speed on this slip and slide that has barely any water on it, and they end up scorpioning themselves, and their fucking heels touch the back
or
of their
we
head.
turn things into like slip and slide kickball.
Oh yeah.
Or where they add soap.
Even then, they're adding soap. So
Well, yeah, they're adding soap to it, yeah.
There's more lubricant, so you're able to slide easier. The original slip and slide had to be pulled off of shelves and called out because not only were people breaking their necks, I think it was at least 12 were paralyzed completely.
Skill issue.
And 4 or 5
Get
died.
good scrub.
4 or 5 died on a slip and slide.
Yo, I
I
had a slip
survived
and
this
slide,
shit.
and look at me, bitch. I'm still here.
We put them together with pools, and we turned it even as an adult with alcohol. I still survived slip and slide. So if
Man.
y'all couldn't figure it out,
User error, ho.
user error. That's on you.
It's not enough water, dog. It's not
But
enough.
it's the
It's not
same
enough.
people who took car hoods to go
I
sledding
will-
couldn't figure out why they got hurt.
I will tell you though, they were not thick enough for them little rocks underneath to catch your ass.
The moment that you didn't realize that there was a twig in the middle of the grass and you just laid that shit over top of it, it's just like, oh, you literally
little
look like a
pebble.
tiger by the end of it. You just get so ripped up by those shits. Fun time at like the age of 10 years old when you're hot as hell outside and just trying to cool
Just
the
lay
fuck
under
off,
it.
and you're just like, I don't want this. I don't want to get the sprinkler. I want to have a little bit more fun. That was a way to go. But yeah, definitely when that little rock or pebble was underneath there, or that stick was underneath there,
Fuck you up.
like the thing is, like in your child brain, you're like, I want to go again, but do I want to put myself through that pain?
Yo, and to be so fucking for real right now, when I was younger, I used to run around everywhere with no shoes. Ever.
Yeah.
No shoes, up and down roads.
I was never like
you
that.
You can't catch me walk down my goddamn front stairs because the moment I step on a rock, I'm like,
Yeah.
My feet are real sensitive.
I don't know how. I used to have little Flintstone feet. Never wore shoes, ever, ever, ever. Run over rocks, pebbles, everything. Now
Yeah.
I die. It's one pebble renders me fucking useless.
Man.
God forbid I can feel a dog hair on the bottom of my foot.
Oh.
The hair splinters. Oh my God.
Also, the struggle of living with females, I'm gonna let this be known because I don't feel like guys talk about this enough. The struggle of living with females goes so far because, dog, when I go to wash my clothes and I put them through the dryer and I put a shirt on and I just feel just the longest piece of hair tickling me ever so slightly on my back.
I love it when you guys somehow manage with our hair and like your ass crack or something.
Bro, I don't know where it comes
Just
from.
straight wrapped around their junk, and Scott's like, do you want that?
Yeah, bro. Like, I literally find a
Like,
piece of hair underneath my sack, and I'm like, where does this come
it's
from?
marking my territory. Just never want you to forget me.
I understand this shit, yo. Like,
That sounded obsessive.
this pisses me off, especially when it's like in my sock and I put my sock on and now I feel something in between my toes. I'm like,
I
what
hate
is
that
that?
shit.
And then I take my sock
It's
off
called
and
a
it's
little piece of me everywhere you fucking go, and
Called
don't you
it,
forget
you'll
it.
never forget me.
You see a girl at Walmart. Guess what? I'm that hair in your sock. Remember me? Now I'm about to bother you. I'm wrapped around your toes now, and it hurts.
oh, Speaking of Walmart, I have a story. I have a story.
Walmart stories. Welcome to the Midwest.
Oh my God.
Trying to put it together in pieces.
Oh man, I don't know what.
I don't want to do that ever again.
So I'm gonna be real. I don't get out the house that much, and when I do, I always seem to see something that I don't want to.
I mean, it's
I always see something I don't want to. I was going through Walmart the other day because I wanted to go see if they had Tombstone garlic breaded pizzas because I wanted to have some so I can make some before work, just something simple, easy, and quick.
Sure.
I got out of work early, so I was like, hey, Walmart's still open for another 30 minutes. Let me go walk through there real quick, go grab something on the way home.
Let me pause you real quick. Please, God, bring back 24-hour Walmart.
Yeah, we really need to do this. Like,
Please.
COVID is not, it's gone. We don't need to keep doing this closing at 11, closing at midnight.
If I ran out of something, I shouldn't have to worry about, oh shit, they're going to, no, we didn't have that.
I shouldn't have to rely on a gas station at 2 o'clock in the morning to help me the fuck out with anything that I need.
Sorry, that's all I wanted to get out.
I understand it's viable. It is very valid.
Because please bring it back, please.
But, so like, I was just going in there for something simple. I just really wanted just to go get these Tombstones and just head back home. Maybe even make one and just chill out and eat and watch some TV.
I'm going to grab my pizza and I'm going to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, like when I go to the store, I don't dilly-dally. If I'm going into the store now at the age that I'm in, I spend enough time with my mom as a kid. Like going into the stores, like I've got my fill of going into the store and like walking around there.
And I put something on my phone and I fucking walk up and down every aisle.
Get a good amount of stuff, if I'm going in to get a good amount of stuff, I'll pop an earbud in and I'll walk through with like some music playing or something because like their PA never plays anything worth a shit. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll listen to music while I'm getting my shit done. Just so I can also mentally block out the fact that I'm surrounded by people that I don't want to talk to.
Valid.
But, man. You people in this town, and this is like, there's places everywhere that have weird people, but fuck you people in this fucking town.
Yeah.
I don't get y'all,
If you know where we are, then you know. You understand.
I don't know where your brains are at, but so I walked in and I'm going through the aisles, and like when you go to Walmart, I don't know if it's just a mean thing, and this is how like I grew up with my mom, but like if I go to Walmart, I will still walk through almost every aisle, even just looking at shit to see if something motivates me to get it too. Like maybe I'll see a box of crackers or box of Cheezits or something, and I'm like, oh, I haven't had Cheezits in a while. I'll go grab these. But I started at the top of the aisles and made my way down to the frozen section.
Okay.
And I walk in, get up to the aisle where like the soda is leading into the dairy. Like the very back of the aisle.
Yeah, the very back spot, yeah.
And I turn, and it's just like 2008 hardcore emo dude, all black, knee-high boots with like 13 straps on each boot, like jet black shirt, makeup and all. And I was like, damn.
Emo is not dead, bitch.
I was like, damn. I haven't seen this.
So the goths are, honestly, they're kind of flourishing right now.
I swear to God, the goths are gothing. I've done so much.
I was like, man, like he really got all that shit on. Right. I'm like, all right, sure. I mean, it's late enough at night. Do your freaky thing. Freaks come out at night. Let's do it. I like it. I can respect it. Nothing against you, by all means. And I'm continuing through. I grab a couple things outside of just the pizzas. I was disappointed because my pizzas weren't there. They were sold out. But nonetheless, I'm going through and I walked through like, I don't even know. I don't remember what aisle it was. I want to say it was like the crackers, like the cookies and the crackers aisle or whatever. And I'm walking through there. And right when I get back out to the middle section that like takes you all the way to the back, I turn and dead ahead. Don't know how. I have no idea how this person made it through the front fucking door. Like, I don't know who. I don't know what security is there that allows this to happen. But I turn in dead ahead, butt naked old woman.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Butt naked old lady. Walking literally bare butt naked through Walmart It is 10:45 at night. Walmart closes in 15 minutes. Butt fucking naked old lady in the middle of fucking Walmart. Now, this isn't the first instance of this happening this summer. There was another lady in Mount Zion who was also butt naked walking through in the middle of broad daylight. Literally walked into the store butt naked. Somebody caught a picture of her, and then she was literally at the self-checkout butt naked, and they just let her check out and leave.
No!
I don't know what security is at. I don't know where the security is. I don't know where the Walmart employees is. I don't know who's supposed to be calling the cops for this situation, because that is definitely public indecency.
The only security there is to keep you from stealing your shit.
Even if it is public indecency, what if she's like...
That's what I'm saying. Like, who allowed this to happen? I literally got It flashbacks. And I watched It Part 2, and I was like, oh my God.
No.
Like, literally. I could not fathom what I was seeing. Like, it threw me through such a loop.
I don't know what I thought you were going to say, but my guy, it was not that.
It just was like,
I was prepared for like some off the wall shit, but nothing in my.
I was prepared for like, I don't know, short shorts up the ass
butt's
or something.
hanging out,
I don't know, not butt naked. Oh my God!
I expected it to be a man.
It's a lot of
could be a woman, if I'm being
sagginess,
honest.
a lot of wrinkle. It was a lot of stuff.
Because
that I
I've
didn't
had
want to
somebody
see.
I've had somebody walk up to my counter and literally nothing but underwear. But it was a dude just in his underwear. And they were not opaque.
I don't.
They were a little on the
like there was
translucent side.
nobody did
Like,
anything. You did you say anything?
I literally was like,
Who's approaching that? Tell me.
Not to her. I don't walk up to the
No.
front and be like, yo, there's a naked lady back there
said,
somewhere.
I was like, hey
I'm sure
man,
somebody did.
somebody had to have.
Somebody
I
had to
said
have.
something. I was like, yo, there's a lady walking around here with no clothes on, and they were like, huh?
People will say that, but like then again, who are you like as an employer, as an establishment, who's gonna go do that? Who's walking up to that old woman on purpose? Who has to see that and go, ma'am, you can't do that?
I'd be like,
and then know when you have to argue about it.
911.
Yeah.
Help, please. My eyes, they burn.
I literally, because like,
What? So did she have a shirt on or just just completely
she's
nothing?
just naked.
Oh,
Bare feet and all.
Somebody-
She's just naked.
Why is that the worst part of it? Why is that the worst part
Like,
of it?
legitimately, like, she is literally fucking, like, when I say it, the movie Part 2, Old Woman, it is that to a T.
somebody come get your grandma.
And she was just so casually walking through it, like, she just does this.
I don't.
Like she just does it. Like, it was just a thing that she does on a fucking Wednesday night.
Walmart is my actual hellscape, and that is one of the reasons.
Like, this is why I don't go out around here, bro, because you people are fucking
Walmart
weird.
for a while, and I never in my life, never. If I saw someone walking around naked, I'd quit.
Kroger
Bye.
would never. Kroger would never.
Aldi's would never. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Shop
No, I'm just saying
Aldi's.
when I worked at
Shop
Kroger.
Aldi's. Yeah, by the way, shop Aldi's.
I love Aldi.
They got fresh good shit.
They got
But-
some good ass shit.
But and I thought that I was already seeing a lot with the emo dude who looked like a vampire. Like, I thought that I was really like seeing it all there, and then to literally get 3 aisles down, make one right turn, and just be fucking
thought it?
solar flare flashbang with wrinkled tits. It was just not.
You thought the last one was bad. Wait, this is the final boss.
It was rough. It was rough.
Ew.
And like the thing is too is like when you see something like that, it's very hard to just look away and not acknowledge what you just saw.
It's like a car crash.
Yeah. It's like when you see somebody getting like pulled over by like 3 cop cars, you look and you're like, what did they do?
When you're driving,
Right.
like,
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck did they do?
trying to ram into the car in front of you.
3 SUVs, 3 with lights on. What the fuck did they do? It's like the moment it was like deer in headlights. Like, thank God she didn't make eye contact with me. Oh my God, thank God she didn't make eye. I would have probably panicked.
I would have dropped everything and
I would
ran.
have panicked.
Run!
Dude, I would have had a freak out.
If anybody's ever seen New Girl and heard how
Oh my God.
Nick screams, that would have been me. That would have been me.
It's never something it's never something you want to see. Unless you are into that type of shit, I guess. If you like older women that much, but like...
And old men don't like old women that much.
Oh my God, dude. Like...
So gross.
I'm upset. I'm upset and I don't know what to do with it.
It was not the experience of Wally World that I was trying to have in the middle of the week.
Well, that's the experience that Wally World wanted you to have.
Dude, like...
I would have been so traumatized.
All right, Kiana, you have to go to Walmart. You need a story now because mine from last night, which I don't want to repeat, is... Let's just say I was very disoriented in a Walmart and somebody yelled my name from behind me and I watched when I turned around, I watched his face shift together in puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
So, Tyler, I doubt you'll watch this, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. I literally... I don't even know how to go back to Walmart, bro. I don't even know.
You know.
Like,
That's a wrap.
I don't think I could ever. And like that's the thing that sucks is that Walmart's so convenient for me because it's
Every
like right
time
there.
you see that spot now, you're gonna be like, old lady.
Dude, it's gonna be like
lady
it's gonna be like Silent Hill. It's gonna be like Silent Hill where I turn and see a ghost of like the fucking past. Oh my God! It's just her walking out, just fucking naked and wrinkled glory.
No.
Fucking flesh raising. Like, it was just
We're not using that phrase. That's banned from this property.
It was not a fun experience.
That was awful.
It was not a fun experience, man.
I can't handle it. So
Like,
fucking
it was bad. Like,
No, thank you.
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Like, where did she come from? And how did she get this far that way? Like,
Wish I knew.
Dude, I don't know what I thought you were gonna say, but it was not that.
bro. And I've been holding on to this story for like 2 weeks because we
can't
didn't we
handle
weren't
this
able to
anymore.
tell it last week.
I'm glad you finally got to tell it.
That's
a lot to hold on to.
That's a lot of trauma to hold on your own.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you went through that.
Oh my,
alone.
thank you.
That's a lot to handle.
I couldn't believe
That
it.
was
dude.
an internal battle that you did not have to go alone, but you were a brave soul
I didn't
for
even
doing
get my
it.
pizza. I didn't even get what I went in there for. I didn't even get what I went in there for.
No.
I walked out with like fucking Cheezits and like the Funyun flavored Lay's chips.
Cheezits and trauma.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I needed to go out to my car and have a cry after that.
I'm going to search therapist within my insurance group.
Oh my Lord.
No, I need therapy after that.
was
I need
fucking
therapy
rough.
after secondhand witnessing that.
It was fucking rough, dude.
I'm good.
Like, I feel like a real flashbang is better than what that is.
Probably.
Like,
Oh, and that spot in Walmart's completely ruined for you now, for the rest of your life.
I can't go back to the back of Walmart now. Like, I have to go to the first 2 aisles, and that's about as far as I can make
Well,
it.
I mean, the only other option is to go to the other one.
Yeah, and I'm not driving clear across town
I
just to
don't
avoid.
like the other Walmart. I know my Walmart, and that's it.
I don't know this Walmart. I like mine.
See, that's how I was when I used to go to Mount Zion. I'm like, no, I don't. And then they changed it.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I
the
don't.
aisles are uneven.
When I walk into that Walmart, this one over here, I'm like, I don't.
No, I can't go to the other Walmart because when I see the grocery aisles, I know that they're not even in size, and it makes me angry.
Yeah,
They're uneven. They're not set in the same, and set it all on fire.
that
Wild.
OCD kills you when you go to the Walmart aisles. That shit will just fuck you
Well, I
up.
have to mentally prepare myself for how I'm gonna sound really mentally ill for a moment. Give me a second.
Yo, we're really
I have to
autistic,
mentally
bro.
prepare myself to go into these aisles and like battle people inside of it to try to get to things because people don't care.
No.
People don't move, and I'm not gonna be that person. I'm a nice person. I don't want to be in your way. I want to just boop boop boop, get my stuff and get out. Then you have to fight for your life for people who are like, I'm here. I ain't moving.
I'll throw a fucking can of beans at your head, bitch. Move.
Bink.
I will play bumper carts with you to get
No,
to my
there
my
are
shit.
two best friends. There's her and there's me, and I will hit you.
I'm speed running Walmart to get out because I'm doing it on my way home because I don't grocery shop. I go to Walmart too often.
That's why I
avoided
go
as
to
much
Aldi's
as
first
possible.
for like 85 to 90% of what I need, and then Walmart is just the okay. This is what I need from here, and then I'm
Yeah.
leaving.
That's like why, like at this point in my life, I'm literally now to the point where I have to go in, get what I'm getting, and go. Because if I experience anything like that again, I'm pulling my eyes out of my socket on site. Like, I'm literally Kill Bill plucking my eyes out and just handing them to her and going, you can have these now. I don't want them anymore. You have ruined this for me. You have ruined this for me. Like, I can't. How it's like when you watch the video of how it's made and you see how hot dogs are made and you're like, I don't think I can really have a hot dog anymore. I see that and said, I don't think I can look anymore. I don't think I can see.
Look at what? Everything.
Everything is literally, I go to sleep and I just see that. Yeah. It literally was one of the most traumatizing experiences, and I still don't know how the fuck it happened.
Well, let's help you recover. How can we move on from this? Where do we go conversationally from here?
Well, we go to the end of the episode where we always do our favorite thing, which is the Song of the Week. Yes, it is that one time of the week where we give you music recommendations to add to your playlist. They might be new, they might be old, they might be a little somewhere in between, but these are our songs that we've been listening to throughout the week that we think that you should listen to. Give it a shot. You might like it. You might hate it. You might think it's the worst song that we've ever put on the Song of the Week playlist. But know that there is a playlist linked down in the description below that you can go to the songs of the week. I know we had a comment on our last video that was like, hey, you guys should do a playlist for all your songs of the week. We do.
We have one.
We do that, in fact. We have
like Whiplash.
All on Spotify. Yes. It is all on Spotify. Spotify.
Yes,
That one. The spoofy.
And we can always make a separate Facebook post. We can go ahead and just probably, hey, somebody asked about this last time. Let's pop that up on the Facebook and let them know that it is in its own separate place. So maybe they don't want to look for it, but they see it and go, wow, what a great idea to add to my workout or my commute. We just throw everybody's music taste in there. And if you haven't given us a song before,
and then maybe even for the Discord, we can make a little tab for Song of the Week requests or something like that.
That's a great idea.
Do a little Discord tab for all the people in the Discord. Shout out to the Discord. Join the Discord.
Telling us we could have a playlist, you could give us a song for it.
Absolutely. But we literally listen to a lot of music, and so we always have something to kind of recommend to you guys. And like I said, we grew up in an era where music was flourishing, where there was literally genre upon genre of music to listen to.
Yeah.
So we've always got something playing in our car, on our headphones, whenever we're doing something. So we do have a community song of the week.
Amber,
yep,
thanks,
the
homie.
usual. Yep.
She's got In the Middle by Jimmy Eat World.
oh, solid.
Oh,
Solid
that's
choice.
a great song.
Yeah.
Great
That's a
choice.
Great song.
Yeah.
That is like one of the few songs that Amber has recommended that I know, and I absolutely love that song.
That is good.
Absolutely love that song. Shout out to Jimmy Eats World. That's a very fucking good band.
Swear.
It's a very good band. Kiana, what you got?
Not the same thing. Mine is by Stray Kids.
Oh yeah, shout out to Stray Kids. It's fucking, Kiana, she loves her Asian musical culture. That is
That
like,
we didn't just joke about before the episode started.
It's a song called Hollow. They just came out with a mini album in the beginning of this month, like a mini Japanese album. Because for those of you that don't know, and I'm probably sure most of you don't, they're Korean.
No, they're badass at what they do, though. They make really good music. I'm not gonna lie.
Really good doing it.
As a person who grew up with anime music and is just in love with the culture because of anime intros, these guys kind of hit that point of like, it doesn't have to be anime, and I'm still gonna listen to it.
And this one sounds like, if you heard this one, you would probably, it sounds like an anime song.
And it probably will get featured at one point too.
But the lead singer, well, I guess he's not the lead singer. He's considered the leader of the group, Christopher Bangchan. He is the one that does all of their music. He puts all of it together. He's the one that makes their music. And he's like not usually the front man in their music or music videos. Right. And so in this one, it's different to see him be the person in the center, in the front, as opposed to, everybody else starting out in the front.
Oh, yeah.
But
shout out to Asian culture, because they are the only ones that put up their boy bands and girl bands, like the bands that are just comprised of a lot of different singers, like the way we used to back in the early 2000s and early 90s with R&B.
And that new Demon Hunter show that just came out on Netflix, animated. Bitch.
We forgot to talk about the Demon Slayer movie. The trailer did drop this week too, and I'm looking forward to that like a son of a bitch.
Netflix just came out with that Demon Hunter, whatever the hell it's called.
K-pop Demon Hunter? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The K-pop Demon Hunter show. My little sister was watching that the other night, and I walked in and I was like, oh, look, it's K-pop Demon Hunter. And she was like, have you watched this before? And I'm like, hell no.
No, it's just
It is
everywhere.
not my cup of
That's
tea.
fair.
But I had seen it on the
I
front
love Asian culture.
page.
I think it's beautiful and wonderful,
yeah.
and their music is great. And I love Stray Kids.
Yeah.
Shout out to Christopher Bangchan.
I'm about to say.
But my song of the week, we're gonna go to the other opposite side of the field.
Oh, shut.
Hit you with a little dubstep, little DJ action. Amnesia by Subtronics.
Yeah.
Good fun song. If you've ever heard anything from Dracula Flow on YouTube,
Subtronics.
Subtronics put that into a song, and when I tell you, it's the most entertaining shit. Check it out. I love it.
If you have not watched, if you have not watched Dracula Flow, there is a 17 to 30-minute long video of an old man dressed up as Dracula.
It's
just
wild.
saying the most absurd bars you have ever heard in your life.
And to put them with that music
It's so
is
fucking
just
crazy.
Oh my god! One of my favorite bars by him is he's got like two that make me literally shed tears almost every time. And there's one he's saying, he's like, "We out here smoking straight fentanyl, cereal milk laced with shit. I see God." I was like, okay.
In that song, he said, "We smoking Symbio."
Yeah, we're
we
smoking
that
Symbio.
Scooby-Doo dick.
Yeah.
Can't handle
He's
it
like,
anymore.
"I'm a dog.
Like a Hellcat
I'm in the
V8.
bathtub biting fart bubbles." Like,
You see what I deal with?
he said,
Save me.
He said that pussy got me screaming,
Oh, no.
shitting, pissing, shooting ropes. He just be getting in the booth.
Our brain cells left us a long time ago.
Holy fuck!
I don't know who has it, but it's not us.
This shit
Oh,
ain't
no,
nothing
they're
to
gone.
me,
That's-
man.
My
Oh
God.
my
went to get
god!
milk.
Al, did you do your song of the
I
week?
have not.
What's
I have
yours?
not. But I might switch it up a little bit because I did have one that I
You just
picked.
found one,
Well,
though.
you
It
better.
so well with
I
mine.
know.
Hear it the hell
I know, and I want to do this, but there's another one that I really fucking like. And I'll stick to the original one, and then next week will be the one that I'm going to do because it kind of plays in with your Asian culture stuff. Because I did find a genre of Japanese music that I've fallen in love with because it reminds me of old '90s anime, and it's called city pop.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just like old 90s 80s bar feel, and it feels like old Japanese 80s and 90s bars where you just go in, it's cigarette smoke everywhere, a bunch of guys wearing like loose fucking dress clothes and drinking sake, and you listen to this shit and you feel like you're right fucking there. It makes you feel like you're back in like 90s Japan. And there's another like a fucking Instagram page that I follow where an old man dresses up real nicely and goes and dances out in the streets of Japan to this old music as it flashes images of like old Japan, and it's like, oh, this is so cool. But I found a new genre that I didn't think I was going to discover. I love dubstep. I really do. I grew up with dubstep.
A little bit of electronic.
Yeah.
Going, love
I
it.
love dubstep. For those who don't know, my first license plates on my car were dubstep in one because I was a dancer at the time that I got my first car. My mom did that as like a little treat to me. So like dubstep is really big for me at least. And I like when we get remixes of songs, especially when they're really good dubstep remixes of songs, because like you always go out and you'll see like a good set of somebody doing something at a live show and they'll play a song and you're like, oh, I know the lyrics to this, and then they switch it up and give you a drop that you were not expecting at all. And this is definitely one of those songs. It is One Last Breath by Creed, but it is by a DJ by the name of Atliens. So it's like aliens, but it's ATLIENS. Dog. I heard this song on a short of a girl playing this for her husband when he was sitting on the couch, and he got up and was singing the song, and then the drop hit and he was just like,
You lose it.
you're like, you don't
It's good.
expect
It
it
was
to
good.
be
It's
as
really
filthy
good.
as it is. Like, it really just hits me. You're like, wow,
And
this
it's
mix.
such a good drop that you just get that instant stank face.
You're just like,
you hear it and go,
It's it's really good. I really hope you guys give it a listen if you are big into the festival, dubstep electronic music scene, because that is a good song. Very good remix of a song that a lot of people already love. They're calling it divorce dad step.
Beautiful.
That's what it's being labeled as, and I can dig it. Because if we're getting more shit like this, if I hear a fucking Three Doors Down fucking remix of Kryptonite with a crazy ass fucking dubstep drop, I might start punching holes in walls. Like, I'm gonna be so real.
I'm about to drop this in a couple of my favorite artist DMs. Now that they're gonna look at it,
dude,
but if they ever did, just know.
I swear, maybe this is what we need to boost the dad rock community up, because we've been getting shit on for so long. Maybe we just need a really good Nickelback remix.
Oh God.
Maybe Nickelback just needs a really good dubstep cover to bring them back into the spotlight for people to not shit on them. Because, God, Nickelback doesn't deserve it. They've given us good music. Stop shitting on them. Damn it. Damn it, it hurts me. I like Nickelback, man. I do. I will be one of those people that support Nickelback because they've given me good fucking songs. And people just go, fuck Nickelback. I don't get it. Same thing with Guy Fieri. What the fuck did he ever do?
I love him.
I don't get people. He goes to a diner, drive-in, and dive, and we all go, boo. And I'm like, I don't fucking get it.
Oh, I find great restaurants on there.
I swear to God.
He's also never been to a fucking dive. What the fuck is a dive?
It's a dive bar.
He ain't never been to one.
Anyways.
But anyway, that was our songs of the week. Let us know in the comment section below if you guys have any songs that you would like to be put on the Song of the Week listings and get added to the wonderful playlist that we have known as the Musical Candy Bowl, because there's just a hodgepodge of a lot of different shit.
Cluster yuck.
Yeah, if you want music, there is music there. Can't guarantee that it's going to be all the same genre, or even if it's going to be in an order to make it sound like the same genre. Yeah, I'd say, because it is literally, even if you put it on shuffle, it will not save you. It is already shuffled to a point where you are just going to hear whatever the fuck. Just be glad I haven't thrown the Power Rangers theme song in there yet, because that shit is actually a banger, and it is on all streaming platforms. Ron Weiserman reprised it back in like 2010, and he did a fantastic job. But Kiana, you want to go ahead and tell them what they need to be doing at the end of this episode?
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, your family, your dog, your cats. Tell your dog I said, and your cat I said,
I was supposed to tell your cat I said,
give him a big old forehead smooch for us.
Give him all the loves for me. I am dying currently.
Give your
I
dog the butt
apologize.
scratch your dog's butt, because your dog can't get to their butts. Scratch their butt for them, and they will be forever in debt.
Make sure you share it with everybody, because we're still on the way to getting 500 subscribers. So we can do our ice bath challenge. It'll be me, Al, not Brittany. We convinced Aaron, possibly Scott, depending on if he's going to be here. We'll see what happens. Make sure you use Beards5, all capital letters, at Pokeshop Collectibles for all your card needs.
Yep.
And our lovely vaping needs, Soy City Vape. For anything that you may need, you need to be 21 or older, not pregnant, or have any pre-existing lung conditions.
Yes.
And all of the links are below. Once again, our Spotify Song of the Week. There's Spotify audio only. We've got, if you're on here, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and we've got some more new stuff coming soon.
Discord.
Join the Discord for sure.
Join the Discord. We can throw that on there too.
We need more people on the Discord. We need all of you people on the wonderful Discord.
Please.
We want to talk to you.
Yeah.
We do.
We do.
And you can see whenever anybody is streaming. Most of the time, one of us will post in there whenever whoever
We're working on
is going to be streaming for the podcast
We're
channel.
working on some ideas to get the Twitch going a little bit stronger between all of us, myself included. I'm working on getting a camera, so we're going to get some fun stuff going on there for you guys.
It's going to be great. You're going to see more of our faces.
Oh yeah, I'd say if you have tuned in any bit recently to watch me play Fortnite with these guys,
Phasmophobia has a new update too, so look out for that.
Did just pick up Expedition 33 as well. So,
that too.
So one of us more than likely will be streaming that very soon. It'll probably be me. I
might do it too.
I've been looking forward to playing that game, so we'll see how soon I jump on it.
I don't do anything on my PlayStation anymore. It's all on the PC.
I'm about to say I'm trying to get the Elgato set up so I can do PlayStation streaming again without having to just do it straight off of the console, but that Expedition 33, that one is one that I've had on my radar since it came out, and everybody's screaming.
Really good.
Everybody's been screaming that it's going to be
good
game of the year.
graphics. So
yeah, everybody
I
keeps
told
saying
you,
it.
Erin's been working overtime, so there's going to be days this week where she can't work, and I might want to stream some new stuff.
Oh yeah.
See what happens.
Oh yeah. Final Fantasy coming for me here soon. I almost bought it on PC because it was on sale, and if it stays on sale long enough by this next paycheck, I might pick it up. Keep an eye out for Golf with Friends too. Keep an eye out for Golf with Friends too, because the moment that Golf with Friends 2 drops, we're all on Golf with Friends too.
Yeah,
everybody's going to be getting a copy of that because we're going to be playing the absolute piss out of that. That is going to be a ball and a half. Mm-hmm. But with us coming to the end of this episode, I got to tell you one thing, and it's very, 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 very important, and I really hope you know, I love you. I'm glad you came through. But I would really, 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 really like it if you came back again. Maybe even brought a few friends along,
Please.
You know, just to come back and hang out with us. Because we love hanging out with you. It's a fun time overall. Like we get to talk with you. You get to interact with us. We get to do this little back and forth thing and share our opinions on shit and do all this other fun stuff. And you know, it's just not as fun if you're not here. So you got to make sure that you come back next week. If it's for gaming, if it's for a podcast episode, I mean, hell, we might do some more top 10s. We might do some more tier listing here.
We were just talking about that too.
Like you guys like that. And that's the thing too. We haven't brought this up yet, but we are going to be separating the top 10s and the tier lists in the bracket fights. We're going to be setting those to their own specific episodes that are like 30 minutes long. Just because it's a lot easier to fit those in as their own thing than it is to try to shoehorn it in with all the information we're trying to get out on the podcast as well. Because we don't want these episodes to be like over 2 hours
sometimes it's
long.
Like today where our episodes are long. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're not. It happens.
Yeah, we just don't want to try to push it over 2 hours long and then still try to fit all the shit that we want to talk about in and then be like, okay, we're going to shoehorn this into the very end. We're going to separate those so that if you guys want to do, you know, your own tier list viewing, if you don't want to have to skip through a video just to get to a tier list, if that's what you do, it'll be its own separate video for you to be able to view on the channel at some point when we decide to go back to that. So if you have tier list ideas or top 10 ideas bracket fights or anything of the sort. I've already got a couple ideas lined up that we might do here in the future. So if you guys have any, please leave them down in the comment section below with any other things that you have to say to us, because we would love to have feedback from you guys. Once again, this isn't a thing if you guys aren't a part of it. We got to have you here, and we love having you here. So please come back and hang out with us. Please bring your friends, bring your family, do all that stuff. Go use the discounts, get everything that you need to get. But make sure that you're back here next time on this episode of Beauty and the Beards. And we will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Peace out. Bye.